Just like Showtime can't stop at their old content, like Nurse Jackie and Weeds, because Nurse Jackie and Weeds are coming back, both of them to Showtime. And if you're saying like, what? Like me today? Yeah, what? But they're in the early stages of development. They have the original leads coming back. Eddie Falco and Mary Louise Parker are coming back. They're going to star and also executive produce in these as well. They're fast tracking these, they're saying, everybody. They're trying to fast track them. They want them out as early as Q1 of 2024. Of course, this depends on, again, we know what's happening. There's a writer's strike right now, so it might not be able to happen that fast for them, but they want it as soon as they can. Nurse Jackie was from 2009 to 2015. And Weeds was 2005 to 2012. And of course, if you look back at it, Nurse Jackie did great. It won 5 Primetime Emmy Awards. And also, it had, what else? Oh, yeah, Weeds. Weeds also had 2 Emmy Awards, a Golden Globe, and a WGA Award. So for Showtime, there were big hits, huge hits. And they just want to keep cashing in on these franchises, apparently, because they have no more original content, as we talk about all the time. So we got to dive into the past and find the best thing that was a hit in the past, because they're doing a Dexter prequel or sequel or I don't know what it is anymore. But they're doing a sequel thing with Dexter too. There's so much. I know, Lexi. No, I know. Sabrina, you were a fan of Weeds though, right? So what do you think about this? As a fan, do you want to see it again?
First of all, the end of Weeds was super weird, by the way. Like, they fast forwarded in time already so that her youngest son, who was like a baby, was at his like bar mitzvah, which don't ask me how that happened. And like, you know, all the family basically tells her to go fuck herself. And, you know, then it ended. Like, I just don't understand. Like, the end of it was already pushed forward in the future quite a few years. Like, how old are you when you get a bar mitzvah? 13? So it's pushed forward like at least 11 and a half years or something. So I don't, and they already established what everyone else is doing in the family. Like, it just seems super dumb to me. Like, that you should really, and the 5th season, I mean, or 6th, whatever the last season was terrible anyway, to be perfectly honest. It's like, how many times can she screw up and have like the world on her show? Like the FBI, she evaded a drug lord. I mean, it's like just this little housewife who's selling weed. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, just stop. It was a great show. Don't get me wrong. But by the 5th season, it's like, you can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again with a different villain, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Nurse Jackie, it's viable to me because the ending of that show, if everyone remembers, like, she basically took street drugs off of someone's, you know, out of someone's pocket in the hospital, went and fucking did it all, came out, passed out on the floor. So the question is, was she dead or was she alive? Like, at the end. So that I could see, it was a very abrupt
she's not
ending.
Dead.
Well, clearly not if they're doing a reboot.
Spoiler alert.
Like, when it happened, everyone, it was like some people thought she died, some people thought she didn't. Like, it was a controversial thing, you know, and I don't think anyone really wanted to speak on what happened, but you know, that's more viable, and that was a great show. And they're also, it was a very abrupt ending, so like I could see that picking up. They kind of tried to tie Weeds up, and I just think it's weird. That being said, come out with new shit, Showtime. Like, just stop. It's like just fine. Take a chance on something new. Like, look how Everything Everywhere All at Once did. Crazy, totally original, out of nowhere, and it kicked ass. Like, do something like that. Stop trying to revive old ass shit, please. And thank you.
Well, it almost makes sense because Weeds doesn't have the original writers coming back, but Nurse Jackie does. So that might tell you something too, that it's not, you know, the original idea for this was to end, to be done and not go back into it. But unfortunately, Showtime, and of course it merged with Paramount, and Paramount's not doing great. And so Paramount's like, come on, what franchises can make us some money? You know, so that's what happens. And I mean, it's a money grab, right, Chris? It's a money grab. That's all this is.
That's all it is, Brian, is a money grab. So I actually haven't seen too much of Weeds or Nurse Jackie.
Me either.
You know,
somebody did.
2 great shows. They were 2 great shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's like, honestly, good for these actors and these creators. Maybe they bring back some of the original cast and crew. Great for them to come back to a franchise they probably loved. It was a great moment in their life to come back to. That's awesome.